All right, welcome back to another edition of Politics Alive with Neil. So I'm just going to read something that I thought was super interesting. This is not from a professional writer. This is just it's titled "As a Millennial Mom, I Weep for My Generation," and this is just from a message board called the Donald DOT Win, which is just sort of, as you might guess, a pro-Trump just message board. So yeah, it's not just people post comments or just like Reddit basically, but it's pro Donald Trump. So I thought this was super interesting. This was written shortly after the Supreme Court repealed Roe versus Wade in the recent hearing. Basically saying that it's not abortion is not in the Constitution, and as such, either the federal government needs to pass a law about it, which they haven't done, and in absence of that, the question just goes back to the states. So basically here, so as all that's going on, this woman, a mom, probably similar to my age, maybe even younger, wrote this, speaking about the younger generation. And as I start, the first line is, as funny as the salt mining is, I'm also sitting here in tears. And salt mining is just sort of internet slang for, as enjoyable as it is to see all the, my political enemies crying, that's sort of salt mining. So anyway, I'm just going to read it and, let you guys sort of have your own thoughts on it. So once again, as a millennial mom, I weep for my generation. As funny as the salt mining is, I'm also sitting here in tears. They have taken so much from our generation. They have taken so much from what it means to be a woman. Becoming a mother was the defining moment in my life. For 30 plus years, I felt like I was just treading water, going nowhere, like everything was pointless, until they put my first newborn in my arms for the first time, gooey and screaming. And everything suddenly made sense. So let's not romanticize it. Being pregnant sucks. It's hard, miserable, physical slog characterized by 9 months of highly unpleasant symptoms. Labor is scary. The postpartum period is awful, with uterine contractions and all kinds of weird crap coming out of your body. Learning to breastfeed is hard. The sleepless nights are no fun. Being unable to go anywhere without a tiny, helpless human tethered to you takes a lot of getting used to. Trying to fix dinner with a screeching toddler hanging on your pants is the opposite of fun. But children are amazing. Watching them grow, watching them wake up. The first time they stop crying when you sing to them, or the first time they reach for you, that first word, the first time they stand on their own, the light in their eyes as they figure out something for themselves. There's nothing I've done in my life that mattered more than being a mom. There's nothing that's made me feel whole. All of these satanic, F's tell us to hate our bodies, hate our children, hate men for inflicting babies upon us. They've stolen happiness from millions of women. They've taken our purpose away and enslaved us to nonsense. It's effing evil, and it sickens me that so many women actively fight for the depravity to continue. They're hollow inside, and they have no idea why. I thought that was a great article. I live in New York. I go to abortion protests from time to time to see what stuff is up to. I watch footage. I see women. Obviously they're trying to be provocative, but they scream, "I love killing babies." Just Google it online. You'll see a lot. I see shirts, women saying, "I've had 5 abortions." One woman had a shirt, "I've had 21 abortions." I see abortion activists saying stuff like, "Shout your abortion," shout your abortion, as if it's something proud, like this is a shout your abortion. And I'm happy to admit I have mixed feelings on the issue. On one level, we we told an entire country, an entire generation of women that it's nothing. It's just a clump of cells. It's no more, and it's no more serious to flush out your unborn baby than it is to use some sort of diuretic to go to the bathroom or something. So partly this generation is confused. They think it's no big deal, and they think that they're being deprived of something. And then having said that, it is killing a baby, or even if it's not a baby, it's at least whatever's in there is at least, I mean, it's more than this, but it's at least that life is at least as valuable as a puppy. So if we had some system where we're killing 63 million puppies, we might want to look at it and say, can we do something different? Maybe we had to do it. And that's how many babies have been aborted in America since Roe versus Wade passed. On the other side, it is weird to say to a woman that doesn't want to do it, you have to carry this thing inside of you. So I actually see both sides of the issue. So I'm not even talking about that. I just wanted to read this because I think the important thing is this idea of painting motherhood or getting pregnant as some terrible thing, as opposed to something that really gives meaning to somebody's life, seems like the wrong path to go down. Now, having said that, I still hope I'm not a father. I hope to be a father. It's still a goal of mine. So we'll see what happens. But I do support. I just wanted to put that out there because just this idea, this sort of death cult of abortion worship, whether or not you're in favor of abortions being allowed, seems like the wrong path to go down. All right, so for Politics Alive with Neil, this has been the Millennial Mom's report on this current generation. Oh, just an addendum to that, just because I realized it probably wasn't clear. I told you I have mixed feelings on this whole abortion thing, which is true, I do. But we have tried one, I just want to be clear, we have tried one way, which is just sort of, initially you could just have abortions during the first trimester. Now pretty much have abortions up to the day of birth in many places. And that's resulted in 63 million babies or fetuses being adopted. So that hasn't worked. So I actually like that we're sort of restricting it and trying that. And we've sort of tried the abortion way. And before that, we had no legal abortions. But I don't mind. I think it's a good thing to come back and just try to restrict it. Let's try not to have abortions and see what happens. I think that's the smarter way. For Politics Alive with Neil, this is Neil.